Hello, Tire Guy friends. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. You guys know what time it is. Time for another Orc Mode workout, and today was Orky Indeed, chains, PRs, all sorts of good stuff. Now, if we just get this benching caught up with these deadlifts and squats, I'll be good to go. But you guys know the rules. Those of you who watch these videos every day, please remember to click like down below. You have to watch the like before you watch the PR to keep the likes higher than the dislikes, which we did not do yesterday, by the way. So, get on top of it, guys. But today, everything was good. A lot of people are like, man, your deadlift's climbing. Well, I'm doing hypertrophy work for all my weak points, and my grip has been the biggest limiting factor. I am training the holy hell out of my grip. Okay, that matters a lot. Matters a lot. I saw some people joking, saying, oh, Jason, up the dose. Well, my bench would be climbing if that was the case. Just common sense there, guys. Common sense. Stuff affects your bench more than it affects your squat and deadlift. Everybody knows this, so just think that one through. All right, over to the point. 575 plus 77 chains. Now, someone had said the chains on this one didn't look like they put completely up off the ground. I hooked everything in the same way. Occasionally that happens. I guess sometimes there's like a deviation of an inch or so. I do the best I can with it, guys. I really do. Try to hook it up consistent. At least I've got it really dialed in on the squats. The squats, it's never in question. Deadlifts, occasionally we're losing a little bit. But either way, it's still, I think, the same chain height as last time, 10 more pounds of chains. I held it at the top, though, too. So the grip is holding up. I'm really, really happy with that. I am very happy with that. So, I mean, it's coming along. I think we're going to hit the 650. It's going to happen this year. In fact, I'm talking about the 600 squat, and I'm like, that's going to be easier to hit. God, the deadlift might end up being, I mean, I feel like I'm closer based on the chains and the percentages on the deadlift. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to keep hammering that deadlift hard, though. Keep working the grip, keep working my weak points, which I've been doing really hard lately. Right? I'm specializing in bench and deadlift, and the bench is still the slowest, even though I'm putting the most work. But I'm rethinking all of my volumes. I'm putting a lot of thought into my volumes, my rep ranges, seeing what stuff has worked on these other movements. Adjusting the bench to keep it moving forward. And a lot of it has to do with the forearm. A lot of it has to do with the grip. I've been having issues with that, and I feel like I've bled a lot of power on the bench. So we'll get that sorted, though. I'll talk about that more in the bench workouts. Today is deadlift. So 10-pound jump, 495 for 3 by 10. Now, again, you guys will notice I have to adjust my feet a lot. Part of it's because I'm on a towel. It makes my feet slide. I have to get repositioned because I don't want to lay myself on the floor. People say, well, why don't you have clothes? Because it's stupidly hot and I don't want a laundry bill. If I wore a shirt every workout, I would be so hot and sweaty I would go through 3 shirts every day. Right? That's like 20 shirts a week. That's extra laundry time. That takes away from me doing things I would rather do, relaxing, being productive. Right? I don't want to do laundry more than once every 2 weeks. And I'm not inhibited. I'm not shy. Like, I don't think people realize I really don't care. I don't have a problem walking down the street shirtless. Okay, I really don't. It's these insecure bodybuilder types who are worried about that when they are not peeled and looking their best. Like, if you're scared to be shirtless in public as a man, you need to get a therapist. I don't care what your body looks like. You need to get a therapist. Okay, go get an eating disorder or a body image therapist because you've got a major problem. Period. Now, over to the point. I said I'd do sets of 20. I dropped down to the 135 instead of the 145 or 15. I did 4 sets of 20 on my good mornings. Felt great. I'm experimenting with higher and higher rep ranges on some of these movements. I've said I'm going to do that particularly for movements that involve connective tissue. And like my bicep tendons, tricep tendons. In this case, spinal erectors. Think about how much of the spinal erector is tendon. If I can strengthen all that, get blood flow to it, build work capacity, that builds recovery, that will affect how often I can do my deadlift supplemental work. It'll affect how often we can deadlift heavy. Okay? Reduces the chances of injuries. Because as I get stronger and stronger, I know my deadlift's going to keep going up. I need to make sure that my back stays healthy. I need to make sure my bicep tendons stay healthy. This is how we do it. In addition to the fact of the hypertrophy, the workloads. At the end of the day, we could argue all we want about functional and non-functional hypertrophy. Guys are still getting stronger. I've been starting to promote this more, and I'm seeing some really, really serious, legit, hardcore power lifters who are kind of coming more and more into this same mindset. You want examples? Ben Pollock, Jamie Lewis. For certain muscles and stuff, of really doing some ultra high rep work. And they make good points, kind of the points I've been making with some of it too. We can't be afraid of varying rep ranges. Now, no one seems to be afraid of ultra high reps these days. There's still all the evidence-based guys are scared of singles, and that's what I'm going to say where they mess up. You need to max out. You need to max out. And we need to do volume training for hypertrophy. And we need to do some really, really high rep stuff for certain muscles, particularly your most lagging muscle groups. In my case, you know what they are. Arms, delts. Right? 20 plus reps. Getting up sometimes 30, 40, 50 for some of that stuff, right? They're lagging. That might be the only way you're going to grow. You're going to have to work these different modalities and energy systems. We don't have to do that for our strongest muscles. Right? I don't have to do that for my quads. I promise you my quads will grow from those set of glute bridges I just did. I guarantee you my quads will grow from that. But some of these muscles, they need it, particularly your most lagging stuff. We can't be dogmatic about that. Look, I wish we could get Ultra Jack doing nothing but heavy singles. My God, how amazing would that be? How perfect would the world be? Do nothing but max out every day like I used to do with Bulgarian. But we need to do this other stuff. We have to. And we can't be dogmatic. There's only one rep range that works. No, guys. In fact, your most lagging muscles, I've come around and realized some of the people saying this are right. They're right. And that's been the name of the game. This is one reason I'm making so much progress this last year and then coming into the new year. I've abandoned being dogmatic. Like, let's do what works. Do what works. Put in the work and push it hard. Be consistent. Build a perfect lifestyle. You can handle the recovery. That's the way to go. 4, so that's 20 on these. Felt good. And you know what? I don't get as beat up as I do with the really heavy 10s. I can tell you, I feel like I stimulated just as much muscle growth with 4 sets of 20 as I do with 5 by 10. Using 80 less pounds. Right? I don't feel as beat up. And here's the thing. I would never tell anybody to do this who doesn't do heavy work. That's going to be the difference. Because people will see me do this and they're like, well, Jason, you're telling people not to do flip. No, I would never tell you to do nothing but 10 to 20. Okay? Those guys, okay, let me make this clear. The guys who think that they're going to get the best results without just blasting a ton of gear, only doing 10 to 20 and really high reps, are just as stupid and just as dogmatic and just as moronic as the guys who think they're going to get there off singles. Okay? We need to do these different things. And we need to be strong. We need to learn to strain. If you want to be strong and athletic and cock diesel, you need to lift heavy. Now, the guys who lift only heavy, we have to do the volume. We have to. We can get bigger and we get less beat up. Okay, in my case, it's 10% training maxes or true maxes, 90% volume. It works. I'm getting really good results consistently. I'm at the point with my lifts at this point, other than maybe my bench, which again, I'm dialing it in. I'm learning what I need to do with it. For me personally. People can't even talk about, oh, you're average power lifter. I'm not even close to average power lifter in my bracket. I'm sorry, but that's simply not true. Go pull up meet results. I am nowhere near the middle of the field for my age and weight. Okay, so it's clearly working. It's clearly working. I have a long ways to go. I'm not happy with where I'm at. I'm decently strong now. We're going to get better. We've got to do what works, and we have to think in terms of injury prevention. We have to think in terms of fatigue management. We have to think in terms of connective tissue, joint health. Yeah, get in and do ass-busting hard work. Lift heavy, do the chains, do the max work. Yes, absolutely. We got to do the tens. We have to do the work for our connective tissue, our bicep tendons, our lower back, our shoulders. We have to do this stuff too. Okay? Have to. And we got to do all the supplemental work to get thick. That's org mode. And we've got to be consistent with it. All right, we have to abandon dogma, and we have to do what works. It's the only way. Do what works. And that's all I care about anymore, guys. That's all you're going to see me talk about on this channel. Getting the best results possible, and saying, look, if you're not willing to do what it takes to be good and to be jacked and to be strong, then I'm not interested. Okay? That's why we come over. That's why I'm hard on the vegan thing. It interferes. It's taking some weird dogmatic idea that causes its own set of problems that's harmful to you and kills children. It reduces results. That is as stupid and as dogmatic as saying I'm only going to train 1 rep range. Okay? It has to go. It's nonsense. And it means that you are letting some dogmatic idea prevent you from reaching your full potential. I did it for years. People mocked me for it. Well, I'm not doing that anymore. And nobody who's a serious lifter who watches what I'm doing is mocking it now. And we have a long way to go. And I want you guys to join me on that journey, right? I will teach you. I'll teach you guys for free. Just stick around, watch, click like. Go on the journey with me. Learn. Learn with me. Right? But yeah, good session. I'm really happy with this one. Now I just need to keep applying what I'm learning. Here are the bench sessions. And I think I know more and more where I've got to go with it. We're on the right path, but it's got to be fine-tuned better. There's a lot of adjustments to make. Keep moving forward. That's going to be the goals, guys. 600 squat, 375 bench, 650 deadlift this year. And I'm going to do it at 220. Right? Not going to be 230, not 240. We're going to hit it before I turn 44 this year. That's what we're going to do. Join me on that journey, guys. And let's all go orc mode, baby. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.